Hello everyone, it's Kim Waters with the Norton Agency. I was just reading an article from yesterday's Wall Street Journal that caught my attention, and I wanted to share with you. According to CoreLogic, about 30% of the homes sold last year were bought by investors, the largest number ever on record. Now, a lot of people who hear that will immediately think of huge Wall Street hedge funds buying entire neighborhoods. But the reality is a very large percentage of the investment properties are actually owned by medium-sized or small investors like me, maybe you watching this video. Mom and pop investors still make up the largest part of real estate investment in America. And I think there's real opportunity in this market for investors who are patient, strategic, and realistic. We're no longer in that frenzied market where almost anything will sell at any price. Inventory has increased in most all areas, but some sellers are still pricing based on that peak market mentality of 21 and 22. And that's creating opportunities for buyers who understand value. As both a real estate broker and an investor myself, I look at properties a little different than the average buyer. I'm asking questions like, does this property have long-term desirability? Is the land irreplaceable? Could this become a short-term rental in the future maybe? A second home, a retirement property? Would there be an upside renovating? Would I still want to own this property 10 years from now? These are the kinds of questions that smart investors are asking right now. And here's another thing that many people miss. Real estate investments are still one of the few ways that average people can build meaningful long-term wealth using leverage responsibly. Most small investors are not giant corporations. They're couples, families, small business owners, people buying one house at a time over the years. Sometimes it starts with a lake cottage, a basement, a rental home, or keeping a previous home instead of selling it. That's how real estate portfolios are actually built. Does that mean that every property is a good investment? Absolutely not. In today's market, especially, investors have to buy carefully. Cash flow matters, taxes matter, location matters, insurance matters. Overpaying in this market could hurt you. But I do think periods of uncertainty like that we're in today can create some of the best opportunities for disciplined buyers, especially in unique markets like where we are at Lake Lanier, Gainesville, Northeast Georgia, where waterfront property, usable land, lifestyle-driven real estate will always have long-term appeal. I personally always believe in investing in properties that people emotionally want, not just those that make the numbers work. The property with emotional appeal and scarcity will tend to hold up the best long term. Anyway, I thought that the article was interesting. I wanted to share it with you. I wanted you to hear my perspective as both a broker and an investor. And if you're thinking of investing in real estate, whether it's your first property or your fifth, feel free to reach out. I always enjoy talking strategy, opportunities, and long-term value. My husband, David Stovall, is with Norton Commercial and Acreage Group, and he specializes in investment properties and acreage throughout Northeast Georgia. He just listed a retail strip center in a highly sought-after corridor just north of Gainesville. So we can help you if you prefer commercial and retail as well. I'm Kim Waters, and I'll see you either out in town or on the next video. Thank you.